Hey guys, welcome back to Buy or Skip. Today we're looking at pretty much the most budget-friendly mainstream OLED TV. So welcome to my LG B5 review. If you've been eyeing the C5 that I've already reviewed here on the channel, but maybe it's a little out of budget, the B5 is meant to be the approachable alternative. But does it hold up where it counts? Let's break it down. Now don't get me wrong, this is not a cheap TV, but it actually is affordable relative to OLED standards. I've got the 65-inch size here. It's $2,000 at full MSRP, but it's pretty much permanently discounted. You could find it as low as $1,000, like literally half off, so I'll put a link to the best LG B5 OLED deal in the description. The B5 is going to undercut the C5 by a couple $100 depending on the size, but the G5 is in a completely different price bracket. Honestly, not comparable. And you're also giving up some things by spending less. You don't get the brighter MLA panel you'd find on the C5 and G5, and you're capped at 120 Hz instead of 144 Hz. But the picture quality is still OLED level, and if you're stepping up from an older LED or a mid-range TV, the B5 is going to look like a massive upgrade that hopefully shouldn't hurt your wallet too much. Now let's talk software, what it's like to actually start using and watching content on this TV. LG's proprietary webOS is generally lean, fast, and easy to navigate. You've got all the major apps, you've got personalized content rows, plus very solid support for AirPlay and casting. It's still a little ad heavy on the home screen, but what smart TV isn't these days, am I right? If at a glance this doesn't seem like your thing, you've got so many options. You've got Roku, Apple TV 4K, Google TV Streamer. In fact, let me know if you'd want to see a video just about all of the different plug-in streaming devices that are out there these days. Okay, let's get into performance. The short version, the B5 doesn't disappoint. Colors are rich, accurate, and genuinely cinematic right out of the box. Skin tones look natural, neons pop, and animated content looks incredible. And our benchmarks back that all up. I'll drop a link below that has all of the numbers charted out if you're interested in taking a closer look. Speaking of taking a closer look, these perfect blacks and infinite contrast, that's just part of the OLED package. But even compared to the C5, the B5 holds its own. You do definitely lose some brightness, which I'll talk about in just a sec, but color quality, top tier. So now it's time for the reality check. This is the B series OLED, and the B could stand for brightness compromise. This set is noticeably dimmer than the C5. It's about 650 nits HDR brightness in a 10% window on the B5 versus almost 1200 nits on the C5. If your living room gets flooded with sunlight, you will see a ton of reflections, making the picture look flat. That's the trade-off here, those great OLED black levels, but not enough punch to fight bright environments. Evening viewing? Perfect. Midday with big windows? Not so perfect. So you're gonna be limited depending on where you plan to put this thing. If it is a brighter environment and you do not have a premium OLED budget, you're gonna be better off with more of a mid-range mini LED TV. This would be a great TV for a gaming cave though. Seriously, gamers, the B5 is absolutely playable. You get 120 Hz, VRR, ALLM, and the big one, super low input lag. The default input lag measured at 13 milliseconds, but with the boosted lag with the TV's game optimizer mode activated, it clocked in at 9 milliseconds, which is one of the lowest we've seen on any TV we've ever tested. Speaking of which, LG has one of the best game optimizer dashboards around, and when you consider the B5 is available in a 48-inch size, you could build a pretty sweet setup around this thing as your gaming monitor, just saying. A small thing, but I do have to call it out, LG's Magic Remote is still one of my all-time favorites. You've got the scroll wheel, the pointer controls, and actual short buttons that aren't placed in awkward spots. If you're coming from a bare bones remote, you will appreciate this immediately. Anytime I use a Samsung remote or a Roku remote, I'm always happy to come, back to a remote that actually has buttons that take me where I want to go. So buy or skip the LG B5 OLED. If you want OLED picture quality, accurate colors, smooth gaming performance, and an actually nice smart TV interface at a great price, I think you'll be happy with the B5. But if your room is bright, or you want the very best HDR performance LG offers, or you're picky about having all the nits, I'm there with you, you should stretch for the C5 or maybe skip LG OLED altogether. But last I saw, the C5 is really just a couple of $100s more, so I'll link it for you to compare. Let me know which TV you want me to check out next, and subscribe to the channel so I can see you in the next episode of Buy or Skip. Thanks for watching, guys. I will catch you next time.